and banking. Campbell's Chunky Soup, the satisfying stuff that keeps you going. Giant Food, we care about quality and value. We care about you. Meineke, it's smart to come to Meineke for all your exhaust and brake service needs. By General Electric, we bring good things to life.
A 1-0 Washington Capitals lead after one period of play here at the Brendan Byrne Arena in the Meadowlands of New Jersey. Mike Foran and Jeff Rimmer here in Jersey. Mike Forens with Al Koken and Jeff Rimmer here on WDCA TV 20. Gave you that Boston Bruins score. Raymond Bourque listed day-to-day. The Bruins have to be hoping that they can get Ray Bourque back in the lineup. If they can just hold on to him until they can keep this series in hand, they'll be all set. Looks like a group up from the Capitol Center. Some of the Capitals management people, including owner Abe Pollin, on hand for this game. I heard they had a whole bus coming up.
Dick Patrick, team president Dick Patrick. A lot of front office people as well coming up in a bus. And want to just pass on a couple of quick hellos. First to Shannon and Connor Beamer, the children of John Beamer, who does such a great job on the Capitals game staff, along with Andy Ramich's kids, Darcy, Karen, and Brian. So special hello to those folks. But a lot of front office people here rooting the Capitals on, and they've got to like what they've seen so far. And a good first period for Washington. Now we start number 2.
Muller's shot is stopped by Beaupre, who had a flawless first period. Only challenged 4 times by New Jersey, and it seemed like it took 5 or 6 minutes before the Devils were even given credit for any shots on goal. Although we thought that Beaupre might have had a couple of saves, but they must have ruled that the pucks went wide of the net.
Yeah, right off the bat. Now here's the Crowder incident right at the very end of the period. Again, with a couple shoves towards Capital players, and that's what gives him a 10-minute misconduct call at the 20-minute mark of that first period. So he is unavailable to John Cunha for half of this period.
Face off to the right of Beaupre. Cicerelli sends the face off to the corner, and now Hatcher is held up there. And finally, here's Ridley, again behind the goal. Works it to the blue line. Shanahan keeps it in. He fires. Beaupre makes the save. Over to Ridley. Mike Ridley starts out to Kelly Miller. Miller brings it ahead to Hatcher at the blue line. Hatcher, chased by Weinrich to the corner, tries to send it to Miller. Now it's in behind the goal, and here comes Sundstrom starting back for New Jersey. Lead pass, Brendan Shanahan. In across the line. Scott Stevens challenges, and Shanahan has it swept away. McLean and Cicerelli pushing and shove one another right into the net, which has been dislodged.
Well, you'd think the Devils would have learned the lessons that Paul Stewart wanted to teach them with those shoves after the whistle with Capital players. Now, whether he gets McLean or not, there's no question John McLean gave a couple shots to Dino Cicerelli after the whistle, objecting to the way Cicerelli took him into the net, but that was a terrific defensive play by Dino Cicerelli. He cut off McLean's clear path to that net as Shanahan was looking for him on that 2-on-2. Dino Cicerelli doing a terrific job of back-checking there with Kevin Hatcher getting caught up ice. Cicerelli using his speed and quickness to come back and help out in a key defensive situation. That's where you start to see when a guy like Dino reads the stat sheet. Those big numbers jump out at you with those 7 goals and 2 assists, but he can't be happy to see that -1 in the plus-minus column, so that'll spur you on a little bit.
Dino Cicerelli has already set Washington Capitals records for most goals in a playoff series. The previous record being held by Bob Gould, Kevin Hatcher, and Dale Hunter, who all had 5. And right now, he is tied for the most goals in a playoff year, tying Dale Hunter, who had 7 goals. And that was over 2 series. Here's Velishek. Bumped on the play. The puck cleared out of the zone back to center ice, and Rouse is in to get it. So Dino's already had a playoff year by cap standards in goals, and he has played in just 4 games. Maley out of neutral ice, gets across the line, fires. That just nicked the side of the net as it went wide. Danico back to chase it at center ice. Dumps it into the corner. Here's Scott Stevens up the boards, and now Dale Hunter comes over to get it. Right side pass. Rouse to center. He's in across the line and bumped on the play, and Hatcher carries in and winds up, but the whistle is already blown. It's offside.
Dale Hunter back to centering a line that was so successful for the Capitals shortly after Terry Murray took over, with Jeff Corton on the left wing, John Tucker on the right. Hunter getting the goal to start things off with his second of the playoffs so far. And Dale Hunter, a man with 62 games of National Hockey League playoff experience, leading now in overall penalty minutes in those playoff games with 472. A tremendous clutch performer, obviously. With so many overtime goals, 24 goals. Now he's got 25 goals and 35 assists in 62 playoff games.
Talking about the plus minuses, with the Caps having 3 players at +3. 6 of John Cuniff's Devils are +1, and none are any better. So that's the best mark any of their players have been able to come up with in terms of the plus-minus figure, which notes whether you're on the ice when a goal is scored for your team or a minus when you're on the ice and a goal is scored against your club.
It's kind of interesting considering you've got just that 1 goal differential between the teams coming into tonight's game.
Here's Kasatonov back into his own end, takes it behind the net. Al May run into the Devils' goal, and it's loose on the right post, I believe. And Terreri now sees that Randy Mitten has noticed that, and he comes over to put it back on the magnets.
And Alan May and Paul Stewart having a bit of discussion. I didn't see Paul Stewart having many discussions with the Devil players that were running down Beaupre, but apparently Alan May at least getting a warning right now about that possibility of coming in after Chris Terreri. Fetisov was back there, and that was the collision that got May into Terreri, but there was no question Alan May was just buzzing as hard as he could to that net. Just happened to be Fetisov got to him first before May made any contact with Terreri.
Caps dumping in, and here's Fetisov from the corner. Spins. He's got Druce in there forechecking, and Druce is able to work it away. Comes right back over to John Morris. Led out to center ice now for Kasatonov. Drives it into the Washington zone. It hooks off the glass up the boards, and Al May's there to get it. It's an icing call.
Now Sheehy out there and Huscroft, they have to be separated by the lines, but Mike, there's this again kind of a mental error, and you got a guy like Kasatonov under John Cuniff's dictum tonight, dump the puck in, but here's a guy who's not used to doing it, and he just fires that puck in from a good stride away from center ice, and that's an icing call. This is the sort of situation you get when you've got European players not used to playing a dump and chase game. Seemed to be a relatively easy play, but there's just a little lack of mental discipline at that point. Now a face-off for the Capitals in the Jersey end, with Kasatonov creating that icing call.
This will be Berglund against Stastny, and Stastny takes the draw, but Kasatonov gives it up. Steve Leach into the corner now for Berglund. Tim Berglund held up on the play, and Fetisov starts out, loses the puck. Leach fires a shot. We've already got a penalty call coming, though. Fetisov has been tripped, and headed off the ice is Washington's Bob Joyce.
Is more complicated than playing grown-up. That's why Nationwide Insurance has simplified financial planning with our Universal Life policy. It's a new generation of life insurance that gives you competitive interest rates, plus tax advantages, and is flexible enough to change as your life changes, to give you the kind of blanket protection you need throughout your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Fetisov wheeling from behind his net. Bob Joyce comes in to make contact. Sticks out the leg to trip him up. Gives New Jersey its first power play of the night. The Joyce call for tripping at 2:33.
Devils 4 power play goals so far in 24 chances, just like Washington, 17%. Hatcher's able to do the clearing job here and sends it all the way back inside the New Jersey zone. Driver is back to take it. Second minor penalty of the series taken by Joyce. Here's Ridley. Gets a break there as Stastny and Muller run into one another. And the puck comes back to the Washington line for Hatcher. Over to Rod Langway. This is Langway that cleared all the way down the ice back inside the Devil zone. Terreri plays it ahead now for Muller. Muller gets across the blue line. Tries to sidestep Stevens, but Hatcher takes the puck. Kevin Hatcher winds up and blazes it all the way down.
This building sounding a lot like the Capitol Center the other night, where the Capitals had trouble on their first power plays. The Bluebirds were out quickly.
Here's Hatcher coming on, and a backhand shot goes wide of the net. And now the Devils come back. Driver up to Sundstrom at center. Sundstrom has it taken away by Pavanka. Michael Pavanka flips it off the boards back inside the New Jersey zone. Caps leading 1-0. We're just underway with the second period. New Jersey with a power play, and here's McLean to the corner. John McLean back to the point. Gives it to Weinrich. He winds, fires. Beaupre with a stick save and kicks it over the glass into the crowd.
Well, Brendan Shanahan did a nice job of running a little interference, allowing Weinrich to get a clear shot at Don Beaupre, and Beaupre comes up with a nice quick kick save. Kevin Hatcher has been rushing the puck at every opportunity tonight, even when shorthanded. Here's that Weinrich drive, low right along the ice, and Beaupre directing it back away out of traffic. This happens to go over the glass and out of play, but a nice pick job done by Shanahan to run off John Druce, allow Weinrich to wheel into that good shooting territory.
Ridley works the job of McLean, pokes it back to the point. It's shot wide of the net. Now back into the corner. Here's Miller. He angles it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Down to 12 seconds left to go in the penalty. To Bob Joyce of Washington. Sundstrom tosses it rink wide. Kasatonov backs up to his own line. Shanahan waiting on the puck on the left wing, but it gets beyond Sundstrom into the corner. Here's Rouse to wind up off the boards and all the way down, and that ends the penalty call. The puck goes wide of the net, so as Fetisov gets it with the penalty expired, it's an icing call against Washington. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on WDCA.
Assigned work. A car put together by hand with so much care that the craftsmen who made it have actually signed their names to it. On their behalf, we invite you to come in and leisurely inspect every gratifying detail. Introducing the Riata Roadster by Buick. Handcrafted luxury for two.
Another strong penalty kill for the Washington Capitals. And Mike, I think if there's one key area so far in this series that I can pick out, it's the Capital penalty killers neutralizing what looked to be a very, very potent New Jersey power play. Even though the Devils ranked only 15th in the league coming into the series, they were 9 for their last 22 chances.
Here's a steal and a high shot. McLean put it way up off the glass. He had some room to shoot at. Sheehy's going to take a penalty call now as he has knocked Brendan Shanahan to the ice. And the Devils will once again get the power play back.
Look what Sizzlers put together for $6.99. For a limited time, you can get a grilled boneless breast of lemon herb chicken, a baked potato, cheese toast. You can get seafood salad and potato skins, fresh fruit, and a tostada with the works. You can even get pasta with your choice of sauces. Lemon herb chicken and Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar, all for just $6.99. But you better get it soon, because it's only available for a short time. Sizzler.
Well, the Devils getting another good opportunity in front of the net with McLean shooting it up high, and then everybody chasing that right there, chasing that rebound. But before that, shot from McLean, Sheehy with a cross check, and the Devils back on the power play.
At the point, here's a wrist shot. Beaupre to save. It's still loose. The Devils score. The net has been moved, and I believe that Paul Stewart, well, let's see, he's skating over now, and there's going to be a penalty call coming for roughing. The net had been moved prior to the puck being shot in, and I think they're going to give Washington another penalty. Rod Langway heads off the ice, and now the Caps will be 2 men short.
I think he's getting maybe a delay of game for moving the net.
For for lifting that net up off its magnet and sending it away.
I think McLean arguing he wants some sort of penalty shot, but it's just going to be probably a delay of game. But you're in a situation where the Capitals really under the gun now.
2 minutes more delay of game. Lifting the net off its moorings. Assessed another
Time of the penalty. 5:03.
This is a long 5-on-3 situation.
The only way that could have been ruled a penalty shot is if it had happened during the final 2 minutes of the game. Moving the net like that, but it is a delay of game penalty here to Langway. Caps have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, we've had other 5-on-3 situations in this series. Both teams have had trouble even getting good chances. But this is a very long one, Mike, for 1 minute and 54 seconds. This is a situation, particularly when you also consider that Sheehy and Langway, two of the stalwarts in these penalty-killing situations, are in the box. This is a situation that the Devils have tailor-made, not only to get back in the game, but take control of it.
Washington will be hard-pressed to defend their lead of 1-0. Here's Stevens lunging out and slapping the puck all the way down the ice to ease the pressure. The Devils come right back thanks to a pass from Terreri. And here's Hatcher. As it popped up, Beaupre skates out, makes a play for it to keep the clock moving. Stevens back to the point. Kept in there by Weinrich. Over to Driver. Bruce Driver fakes the shot. Now lets a pass go, and Hatcher blocks that. Back to Driver again. Over, here's Weinrich, a drive, and he didn't get all of it. And Beaupre smothers the puck. And we're down to 1 minute and 20 left in the Sheehy penalty. And he'll be the first player to come out of the box, with Langway following 6 seconds later.
The key for the Capitals, keep this puck along the perimeter, and that's what the Capitals did. They'll take their chances with these long shots from the point. The last time the Devils had that 5-on-3 in Game 4, they worked it around a little bit and found Shanahan alone in the slot. Shanahan, though, had the bouncing puck and couldn't get a real hard drive away. Caught Don Beaupre high up in the chest. But the Capitals need to make sure they keep this along the perimeter. Can't let the Devils get a free shot in that slot, or even better for the Devils, work at post-to-post passing play with the wide-open man at one of the posts. Now you've got 4 guys out there. Mike Ridley has got to get off. Are they going to say Kelly Miller's going to have to get off because Ridley came out to change up? And Paul Stewart is forcing Ridley to stay.
The New Jersey fans didn't appreciate that last bit of strategy discussed there by Miller and Ridley. No doubt to change right after the faceoff.
And let's slow the game down, says Terry Murray, because he's got to keep Hatcher and Stevens fresh.
At the point, here's Weinrich with the puck. Walks in, fires. Beaupre the save. Rebound shot. Beaupre stops that. And the puck is cleared by Scott Stevens all the way back inside the New Jersey zone. The Capitals are about halfway there through this long penalty kill as Weinrich moves it across the line. Now to Morris. Back again to Eric Weinrich. Over to Driver. Back to Weinrich. Slap shot. They score. Beaupre made the save, and then Morris picked up the rebound and sends it into the net. We're tied at 1-1.
Well, the Caps kept everything at the perimeter, but what they didn't do is cover up on the rebound. They've got the puck, get the man. Passing play to open up that triangle a little bit, and once Beaupre makes the save, nobody's able to collapse down on Morris. As looked like Kevin Hatcher was out a little high on that. You see right there, now watch Kevin Hatcher. Stevens is really the only defenseman back. And that quick alert play by John Morris gets the Devils tied up in this game, and they accomplished what they had to do, at least get one. Now they've got 56 seconds left to go on the Langway call. Don Beaupre now taking both his blocker glove and his catching glove off and showing linesman Ryan Bozak apparently some sort of injury. Paul Stewart back there as well. And trainer Stan Wong now trotting out on the ice.
Driver and Weinrich get the assists on the Morris goal. John Morris's first goal of the playoffs. Time of the goal, 6:07. And a power play goal for New Jersey. But it looks like Beaupre's putting the gloves back on, so he will continue after a brief visit out there from trainer Stan Wong. More strategy here as John Cunniff talks to the Devils captain, Kirk Muller. A 5-on-4 power play situation now existing for another 56 seconds until Langway comes back. Here's Fetisov. Over to Kasatonov. Again to Fetisov, leads it to center ice. Picked off there by Ridley. And Ridley taking his time, throws it all the way back to Bob Rouse. Rouse deeper into Washington ice to Stevens. He's off the boards and back to center. Muller to Kasatonov. Gets across the line. Now Stevens in the corner. Turns and flips to the point, but not out. Back to the corner for Muller. He's hit by Rouse. Stastny to take it. Peter Stastny to the side of the net. Centering pass. Beaupre blocks it and covers up. Now it's cleared from right in front of the goal. I'm not sure if it came loose from Beaupre or if he served it up for one of the Capitals defensemen, but they wanted to keep the clock moving, and they succeed now in killing off the Langway penalty. Langway is back on the ice. Washington's at full strength. Here's a centering pass, deflected just wide. They were looking for Muller, and now it's cleared all the way down. Langway hustling in on the right wing, gets around Stastny, a shot, and it is knocked out of the air in mid-flight by Fetisov. Here now Hatcher, a drive, and a save made off a broken stick in front of the net by Terreri. Hatcher still with the puck. Now the Caps have the Devils running around. The puck cleared out of the zone, and Langway chases it back to center ice. Johansson throws it back into New Jersey territory. Played up the boards and all the way down, sent by the Devils. This will be icing here against New Jersey as Washington's Kevin Hatcher pulls in and touches the puck to earn the whistle. 12:15 to go in the second period of the game. We're tied 1-1.
Everyone knows about my expansive vocabulary and the delineations I take with language. I went to electrocution school. So when I say the wrong thing at the right time, it's funny, but only because I'm in control. But if you're drinking and you start talking like me, then it's a good inclination that you're not in control, and that's not funny. You see, responsible drinking is as easy as knowing when to say the right thing at the right time. To know when, to say when. And hey, even I could say that.
A reminder from Budweiser.
Well, in the other Patrick Division semifinal game, the New York Islanders now with a 2-1 lead over the Rangers. Gartner had got his first goal, actually his first point of the playoffs, to start it off for the Rangers. But Norton, who's back in the lineup, and Rob DeMaio, who's been called up from Springfield, scored goals 29 seconds apart to give the Islanders the 2-1 lead.
Here's a steal. Bob Joyce with a backhand in front. He's knocked down into the New Jersey net. Danico takes it in behind the goal and starts out right wing side. Up to center ice, here's Maley, flipping it across the line, back into the Washington zone. Beaupre slides it along the backboards. Up on the right wing for Steve Leach. Leach held up by Maley on the play. Can't get free. Pavanka has the puck. Michael Pavanka starts out. Flips a pass ahead. Too far for Joyce. He and Danico go into the corner, but Terreri plays it behind the goal. Up the boards for Leach. Conacher takes it away and clears back to center. Langway off the boards. Chipped ahead by Pavanka. To Joyce, a slap shot. And Terreri makes the glove save. Here's Velishek to Conacher. Conacher works to center. Dumps it across the line. It would have been icing, but Beaupre played it, so the icing waved off. Now here comes Ciccarelli. Starting out to Jeff Kortnoff. Play broken up, and the Devils clear it back into Washington territory. Here's Beaupre behind the net. Eases it over to Langway. Off the skates of Kortnoff. A little kick pass ahead there to Hunter. Hunter across the blue line. Crisscrosses with Ciccarelli, but Weinrich takes control. A hit thrown at the blue line on Huscroft. Here's Hunter trying to center off the skates of Sundstrom. Now Ciccarelli backboards the puck to the corner. Shanahan hit by Sheehy. Ciccarelli tries to dig it out. Sheehy throws it behind the net. It takes a crazy bounce out of the corner. Ciccarelli's helmet has come off. He centers, but it can't find Kortnoff. And back come the Devils. Lead pass ahead to Shanahan. He's across the line. Offside is the call. They'll bring the faceoff all the way back to the New Jersey blue line with 10:16 to go in the second period. And now more pushing and shoving after the offside call as the Capitals felt But the New Jersey player continued the play and even got a shot on Beaupre.
Well, you know, it's Jamie Huscroft once again, and he may be taking a pretty good capital off with him. Is Huscroft looks like he's being directed at least away from all this play. Huscroft getting run by Dino Ciccarelli right into the Capital bench. That obviously is going to get Huscroft angry. And now Paul Stewart going over to talk to John Cunniff at the New Jersey bench. Huscroft still trying to get something going with Scott Stevens, but linesman Ryan Bozak, and now Randy Minton gets between Huscroft and Stevens and sends Huscroft back to the bench. And now Paul Stewart having a word with Terry Murray. Well, this exciting series continues on Sunday night. Game 6 will be at the Capitol Center. And then if there's a 7th game necessary, it's going to be right here at the Meadowlands in New Jersey on Tuesday night. We'll have that game for you beginning at 7:30. Then the Bullets will be on a tape delay broadcast with their game against Orlando. Mel Proctor and Phil Chenier will call all that action. That Bullet game will come your way on a tape delay basis right after the Arsenio Hall show. But of course, if there's no game, if the Capitals win here and then wrap it up in Game 6 Sunday at the Capitol Center, then the Bullets will be live at 7:30 p.m. with Arsenio Hall to follow that.
John Tucker against Peter Stastny, and Stastny wins the draw, and Driver sends it out to center ice. Dumped into the corner now by Hatcher. Fetisov leads it ahead to Stastny. At the blue line of Washington, right wing for Claude Vilgrain. Chased by Langway to the corner. Hatcher goes in, kicks it along. The puck played loose and chased by Langway behind the net. He's held up. Here's Kirk Muller off the side of the Capitals goal, and Beaupre decides to hang on. Don Beaupre got the win with a big effort in Game 4. He relieved Liut in Game 2 and took the loss in that contest. Coming in with a 2.42 goals against average tonight, which is the best of all 4 goaltenders in this series. Until Terreri and Beaupre started this game, Mike Liut was the leader in appearances in the series with 3. Now each of these goaltenders has appeared in 3 games. The draw comes back to Velishek. He skates in, centers, and Shanahan was right in front, but the puck went over his stick. Ridley had a grip on it. Now Danico back to his own line for Velishek. Stolen by Ciccarelli, but Velishek gets it back. Works it to the Washington blue line. Danico charging ahead to center, hit by Kelly Miller. Here comes Sundstrom walking in. He's around Rouse and fires, but it's up high and wide. Now played up the boards by Ciccarelli. Moves it to center ice. Danico dumps it right back into the Washington zone. Bob Rouse behind the goal. On his backhand, moves it to the blue line, and it continues on out to center. A hit from Rouse to tie up Shanahan at the blue line. Now Ridley in the corner. He and Shanahan collide, and Rouse skates alone with a puck. Here comes Bob Rouse of Washington. Up to center. To the New Jersey line for Kelly Miller. Taken away by Velishek. Velishek turns and backs it up now for Danico. Ken Danico all the way to center ice. And Shanahan fires it off the linesman, Randy Minton. And the play is called now by Brian Bozak. 8:30 to go here in the second period. The Capitals and the Devils tied at 1.
AT&T has just created a whole new way to look at the credit card. Introducing the AT&T Universal Card. One world, one card. This year, Americans will spend $1 billion on credit card fees. The question is why? There's no annual fee when you use the AT&T Universal Card. One world, one card.
In the other game games going on right now. The Rangers trailing 2-1 to the Islanders. Boston now with a 2-1 lead as Neely has scored. And the Buffalo Sabres with the 2-1 lead over Montreal. Rick Vaive with the latest goal for the Sabres.
Here's Langway back to Sheehy, moves it ahead to center ice, and now Courtnall to the blue line looking for Tucker. But it's Weinrich to work it loose to Conacher. Sheehy takes over back in the Capital zone. Neil Sheehy up the boards for Tucker, out to Hunter. Dale Hunter goes left side. Jeff Courtnall across the blue line. Turns at the point. Flips it back into the corner again. Now to the blue line, winding up. Here's a slap shot by Sheehy, right on goal, and through a crowd, Terreri is able to see it. Makes the glove save.
Well, 9 times this season, including the playoffs, John Cuniff, and then before that, Jim Schoenfeld had put Chris Terreri in the nets after a New Jersey loss. And the record at that point, he won all 9 times. And here at home, he is 7-0-1 over his last 8 games, 11-5-1 total. So Chris Terreri certainly has been a key man for the Devils this year, particularly here at this home building, and gets a tough assignment to get in there after a New Jersey loss, but he's handled it very well 9 times before, coming up with those victories.
Devils get the face-off. It comes in behind the New Jersey goal now for Eric Weinrich. Leads it ahead to Kirk Muller. Out to Stastny at center. He's across the blue line. Hatcher slows him up a bit with a stick. The puck to the corner, and Sheehy sends it along now for Hunter. Dug out of there by Muller. Back to Johansson. Calle Johansson off the boards and left side to Courtnall. Courtnall flips to center ice. Here's Tucker back to chase it. John Tucker to Muller, and the Capitals offside at the New Jersey line.
John Tucker feels that he should have at least one more assist in this series. I thought he deserved an assist in game 2. I thought he got the centering pass out to Bob Joyce for the Joyce goal. Tucker with a terrific pass and a huge goal. I thought the biggest goal of the game in game 4 at the Capitol Center when he set up John Druce just 15 seconds after the Devils had tied the hockey game. Tucker then picking up the assist tonight on the Capitol goal of Dale Hunter at 9:03 of the first period.
The draw comes back, and Hatcher has it taken away by Morris. Led to the blue line. John Morris looking over now for Muller, and he's held up on the play. There'll be a Washington penalty. Holding is the call against Steve Leach, and the Devils return to the power play attack. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on WDCA.
Colors of nature at your nearby Giant flower shop.
Once again, the New Jersey Devils, who have tied this game on the power play, back out with the extra man, a Leach holding call at 12 minutes 45 seconds.
The Morris goal on the power play earlier from the Devils, and here is Hatcher now to try and clear it out. Taken over by Muller. Langway's got him lined up. Throws him to the ice. Stastny back to get him. Checked by Kevin Hatcher. Cleared up the boards to the blue line, and here's Fetisov to keep it in. Sends it just wide of McLean, who was backing up, and had he not been skating backward from the goal, probably would have had a better chance had he been stationary, but he tried to get out of there looking for that pass, and it cost him the opportunity as he just fanned on the shot.
And once again, the Devils did a nice job running interference. You see, this time it's Driver, who's Fetisov's defensive partner, who ran interference out there against Mike Ridley, and allowing Fetisov to get that attempt over to John McLean. So the Capital penalty-killing forwards, as they go out to try and get those men at the point and force those shots or maybe create a turnover, have been run off pretty nicely so far by the New Jersey Devils. Now some changes coming up with Stevens coming out there and Rouse on defense. Ridley and Miller stay out as the penalty-killing forward. Stastny out there for this face-off between Muller and McLean, Driver and Fetisov. We haven't seen this combination for quite a while. It's usually Fetisov and Kasatonov.
Draw comes back to Driver at the left point. And pulled out of the zone by Ridley to center. Here's Ridley poking it free. Continues on, although shorthanded, with Leach in the box. Puck cleared back inside the Washington end, and here's Beaupre up the boards. Driver's hit. Now it comes out to Stastny. He tries to center, and Rouse takes it away. And Bob Rouse clears to the blue line, but not out. Now Rouse going after McLean and giving him a shot with his stick. But Paul Stewart is ruling that the puck was forwarded with a gloved hand.
I think that's more the argument from McLean, not the hit from Rouse. But it was bumped forward. Driver did a nice job of putting his body up against the boards, preventing that clearing pass. But then as he tried to move it ahead to McLean, did it with his hand. Well, now at Madison Square Garden, everything tied up, 2 apiece. John Ogrodnik has scored for the Rangers. A minute 12 seconds left to go on the Stephen Leach holding call. This faceoff just outside of the Capitol blue line. Pavanka returns. He'll be working with Druce, Stevens, and Rouse. It's Shanahan, Sundstrom, Morris, Kasatonov, and Weinrich. As John Cuniff has changed up the pairings of his point men.
Stevens works it away from Weinrich, but the puck's still in the Washington zone. Now here comes Pavanka with it for the Capitals. Up to center ice. Druce trying to get free. But Kasatonov takes over and feeds it to John Morris. Morris with the puck out to Sundstrom. Flips it across the line back inside the Washington end. It's played off the glass to the point. Kasatonov keeps it in. He goes right side for Weinrich. Eric Weinrich back to take it. In behind the goal to Shanahan. Shanahan held up on the play. The puck cleared out of the zone. Down to 30 seconds to go in the Capitals penalty to Steve Leach. Kelly Miller dumps it back inside the New Jersey end. 5:35 to go, second period. The game tied 1-1. Langway in to get it. Worked free by Rouse to the point. Kasatonov keeps it in. Now back to the point again. Kasatonov. One-timer by Weinrich goes wide of the net. Poked right in front of the goal. Brendan Shanahan scores on the power play. No, Leach had just come out of the box. The Devils take a 2-1 lead, but it won't be a power play goal.
And for the first time all series, the lead has changed hands. You see Rob Langway goes out high to try and get that puck. Sundstrom beats him to it, and Shanahan had snuck behind Rouse for that high tip deflection right over Don Beaupre. This man, for a big, strong guy, has shown me plenty of skill and finesse around that net. A beautiful deflection in Game 3 at the Capitol Center. Now a big goal for Brendan Shanahan, and the Devils on top 2-1.
Time of the goal, 14:46. Brendan Shanahan's third of the playoffs. Patrick Sundstrom with an assist. And as well, Kasatonov. Caps with pressure now. Here's a centering pass. Bob Joyce couldn't get his stick down in time to try and deflect that puck, but he chases it out to center ice. Brown works it free. Over to Danico. Danico trying to flip it in front of the net, and here comes Stevens now to send it out to John Druce. Druce across the blue line, being hooked on the play. Centering pass, and Danico clears it off the boards to the point. Stevens keeps it in, but the Devils come back, and Doug Brown sends it all the way down back in the Washington zone. And Sheehy is back there to try and work it free from Conacher. This is Courtnall working to the blue line of New Jersey. Over to Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli. Back to Courtnall. To Hatcher at the point. Fires off a skate and hit Fetisov. Now in behind the net, here's Muller. Out to Claude Vilgrain. Picked up by Fetisov. He rushes to the Washington line. Fetisov throwing it wide of the Capitals' net. Stastny tries to center. And here's Ciccarelli coming back now to Courtnall. Courtnall in across the blue line. Or to center ice, rather, and now he's hit by Driver. The puck comes back to Stastny. 3:40 to play. Second period. Devils in the lead, 2-1. Off the the skate of Courtnall. Fetisov directs it over to Driver. Right wing side, Bill Grain up ahead now to Muller. Here's Muller across the line into the Washington zone. Brings it back to Vilgrain. Vilgrain pushed by Hatcher. And the puck played out to Jeff Courtnall. Courtnall for Washington across the line. Slap shot, pad save, rebound is loose in front. And now Sundstrom into the corner after it. He's hit by Courtnall. Courtnall knocked to the ice. Bob Rouse flips it across the line, back inside the Jersey zone. Kasatonov to play it. Got a penalty call coming here against McLean of the Devils as Hunter is knocked down. And this will give Washington the man advantage on the power play. The penalty coming at 17:03 of the second period.
Well, tickets for playoff game C Sunday night at 7:05 on sale right now. The phone charge operator standing by until 11 p.m. tonight. 432-0200, the number to get your tickets for Sunday night's game. It's a 7:05 game. As this series continues, it'll be playoff game C, and Caps management requesting all the fans in attendance to wear white for the Capitals. Well, we're waiting to get a player into the penalty boxes. Apparently, Fetisov is going to get the call. Thought it was going to be McLean, but it gives the Capitals their first power play of the period. Our second Circuit City power play contestant, Jeff Maxson, Woodbridge, Virginia. Jeff has chosen Michael Pavanka as the Caps player to score. If Pavanka scores for you, Jeff, you receive a video or stereo unit courtesy of Circuit City.
Michael Pavanka has yet to score during the playoffs. He has 2 assists and is a +2 in the series so far. He is out there right now with Mike Ridley and Dino Ciccarelli. The point men are Johansson and Hatcher, and the Devils cleared all the way down. Danico back with Belichick, Sundstrom up front, along with McLean. Here come the Caps. Lead pass now to Pavanka. He's across the blue line. Throws it in behind the net. It bounces off the back of the goal after hitting the glass. And now it's played by McLean out to center ice. Calle Johansson over to Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher passes again to Johansson. Johansson works to center. Hits it across the blue line. Drops it off at the point. Here's Ciccarelli to play it. Into the corner. Pavanka hit by Belichick. Belichick gives him a push, and now the puck comes over to Sundstrom. He leads it all the way down the ice. Caps change up. So do the Devils with 2 minutes to play, second period. A minute remaining in the penalty. On the right wing, here's Courtnall. Overskates it. The Devils poke it back to center ice. Lead pass to Scott Stevens. To Courtnall. Right side, Dino Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli back to Hunter. Checked by Conacher, and here come the shorthanded Devils. A 3-on-2 break. Conacher across the line. Drops it off to Danico. He fires, and it's blocked. Now Hatcher tries to clear it out. Gets help from Dale Hunter. Hunter ahead on the left wing to Courtnall. Right in front, Ciccarelli. Can't get the shot underway. And crashing into the boards, trying to chase Ciccarelli is Pat Conacher, who missed Game 4 because of a knee injury. This time, I think it would be the neck or the shoulder of Conacher that I would be worried about. And trainer Ted Such comes out, but Conacher's up to his skates and heads back to the Devil bench under his own power. He ran the boards pretty hard.
Really did. Dino Ciccarelli turned on the brake. Scott Stevens blocks that shot of the Devils shorthanded squad. Then the Capitals come right back, and Dino Ciccarelli racing in. By the time he finally gets control of the puck, though, he is not at the angle he wants to be to shoot. As the Capitals come flying up ice, you'll see Courtnall flipping it over to Ciccarelli. Conacher coming in from behind. Right there, Terreri had gone down, and there Conacher goes really shoulder first into the boards as he trips over Terreri. The Capitals still have 27 seconds left on the power play. A face-off in the Devil end. Hunter against Sundstrom for this draw.
Caps get it. Back it comes to Scott Stevens. A drive, and on the deflection, Hunter just about tipped it home, but Terreri makes the save. Now a shot John Tucker chasing that to the corner. Played over to the other side, and here is Scott Stevens off the backboards to Hunter. Dale Hunter can't get it centered. Along the board, Sundstrom poking it out to neutral ice. And now it's cleared all the way down. Penalty's over. Fetisov is back, and the Devils are again at full strength. We have a minute to go in period 2. Dale Hunter ahead to center. Fakes at the blue line. Now Tucker carries it on in. But the Devils start back with a puck. Stastny to the Washington blue line. Leads it in for Kasatonov, and he fired, just missing the goalpost in the Washington net. Back comes Kelly Miller. In with Hatcher. Drop pass Ridley. Ridley centers it, and Hatcher deflects it just wide. Into the corner, Tucker throwing a hit. The puck played by Kasatonov. Out to center ice for Vilgrain. Claude Vilgrain. Hooked by Ridley. Vilgrain puts it back in the corner. 13 seconds left in the period. Here's Hatcher with time for one more rush. Up to center ice. Long drive. Caught by Terreri. He tries to clear it out. Ciccarelli knocks it down right as time runs out. He's hit by Danico. And now Ciccarelli and Danico talk it over in the corner as the linesmen get in there to keep them apart. Period 2 is drawn to a close. Shots on goal in the second period. Washington with 7. A 2-period total of 15. And New Jersey with 9. A 2-period total of 13. The Devils score twice. John Morris on the power play. Then Brendan Shanahan puts New Jersey in the lead 2-1. We've still got a lot of hockey left.